What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at baby R9, the 2.5 million striker. We managed to get him on loan, so obviously we've got to do a review on him. 2.5 mil right now would be a lot to put into a player, and R9 is just always spectacular. We used his prime, I want to say it was his prime last year, and then I think it was his prime the last year before that as well. So we haven't really used his baby much. I don't think there's been a FIFA other than a loan that I have used his baby. I think his mid I've used once. That's coming in at 10 million. Obviously, very, very hard to pack. And if you've got 10 million coins and you're getting at R9, your team's going to be pretty much probably the best anyway. If you're spending 10 million on one player, definitely your team is going to be unreal. But R9, in general, has always been a fantastic striker. One of the best strikers you'll get on the game, especially right now in terms of the CR7s, the Mbappes. He's going to be up there with them as an icon. Obviously, mid would just be next tier, but his baby, 94 pace, 90 shooting, 91 dribbling, and 72 physical, is still outstanding. 2.5 mil, it's coming in 49% under price. He's got a 4.9 million max, which I believe he probably has hit at the very start. And now, obviously, as we're getting a bit more into it, people are kind of realizing that they'd rather go and buy an Mbappe than spend an extra $1.5 million on a striker that, yes, he links everybody, but is probably relatively the same, or relatively can do the most anyway. In terms of links, though, mainly Neymar will be the one, and that's where Mbappe will kind of shine as well. Having that strong link with Neymar is a huge one in terms of linkability. He is a 4-star. He is right-footed, 6 foot with a medium work rate, and in general just can do anything. We used him twice, and honestly, I don't think I've had a striker absolutely destroy defenders like anything. Virgil was there, and he just couldn't stop him. His ability on the ball is just second to none. In terms of chemistry style we'd be using, people are saying engine, mainly because he's already got the 94 finishing. Would you need more? Personally, I would like to think so, but I suppose it's not majorly important. And I think in terms of voting, there's only 7 people that are voting. So at the end screen, we'll have a look through and see what I would prefer, as 7 people's opinion could be different because not many people are going to be going for this card. I can't imagine he's a highly searched card because there is only so many people who can actually get him. And if you're a pro with a lot of coins, you're more than likely going for the R9, the mid R9, rather than the baby. More is better most of the time, and especially the 4 rating above. And in terms of his prime, we're going to see that in, I think it's February, I want to say his primes come out. That's going to be absolutely crazy as well. He'll be 15 mil till Icon SBCs and all that come out. But R9 would be a nice one to pack, obviously, for the price. He has got 94 pace to begin with 95 acceleration. I've already said he's got 94 finishing. In terms of other stats in that shooting, he's got 89 shot power and 88 positioning, which always help. He's got 87 composure with 91 ball control with 93 dribbling, and agility and balance all in the 80s. We've got 88 and 80 for agility and balance, 82 strength, which mainly the aggression side of it is lower in the physicality because that's 40, but I don't see that being a problem. 77 stamina, I still think that should be okay. Personally, I didn't really notice too much wrong with him, and I think when there's someone with this sort of ability, yes, when he gets tired, there is mistakes made, but it's still better than an 85, an 87. He's still going to do a lot more, even with that kind of lack of stamina going into like maybe the 100th minute or the 105th minute. He definitely plays the 90, and I didn't really notice too much of a difference. But let's get into some gameplay and see what he did. So going into the gameplay, honestly, he just absolutely destroys defenders. You see there, just taking the ball off with absolute ease, gets the ball across, and there's another goal. Honestly, he was just everywhere. Him and Aguero up front were just a dream partnership. I can't even imagine what CR7, Neymar, and R9 all in one team would be like, because that just wouldn't be, it just wouldn't be fair. Managing to get the assist as well, and that's the best thing about him. He's not just all about scoring. Even though he can actually assist as well. And yes, it's just a simple pass, but some strikers cannot do it, and that's one thing that you want to always be careful of. We see him running down a wing again. Honestly, the pace is just unreal. Does manage to get caught on that one, but I think it's a bit more my fault in terms of AI, and we get it back, and then he goes for the flick. We try and get it around him, and it's just a simple tap in. which he misses. But he gets the ball across, and then Aguero doesn't get it either. But in terms of what he can actually do in terms of goals per shot as such, I'd say it's a very, very high ratio. And if you get the shot with R9, is most of the time going to score it if you've got the right position. He really can just absolutely split a defense. We see him always in that position. We see again just a little, that's the composure of him. Tiptoes around a keeper and he just knocks it in. And it's not even if there's a skill move involved. It's not as if I'm doing anything special. He literally is just dribbling. And that's a really good thing about him. We try and get the ball to him here. Luckily, the defender does manage to kind of block that, if anything. But every time, round of defenders with ease, little chip. Yeah, not the greatest of chips, but again, it's constant. There was only 2 matches and he must have had so many shots. We go and try and go across goal again, and he just gets a little tap in. It's just what he does all the time, and I can see why he's 2.5 mil. And it's the same with Mbappe. When I was using him, just the shots that you can get off with him are just unreal. He is so much better than most strikers, and we get the assist there as well with Aguero, another cracking striker. So going into the overall of R9, as we see 2.5 on the Xbox, 2.75 on the PlayStation, and 3.3 on the PC, which is just nuts. And it's weird that PC obviously have a higher bracket as well. It's 307 to 5.8 mil, rather than on the PlayStation Xbox that's 250 to 4.9. Obviously, there's a little bit more of a market on the consoles. I don't think PC have kind of hit it off yet, which you never know. When cross platforms come in, potentially we could see a better market, or I really don't know with how the markets would merge together, if it would be a nice idea or if they want to kind of keep it separate. In terms of everything else then, the chemistry styles. People have said engine, which I don't know if I agree with. I get why, but I just think you'd rather max out that finishing. Mainly, you could go with a finisher stat, getting his agility up, his balance up, and then dribbling to 99, turn him into a 92 rated striker, or you can go with and get the shooting to 96 as well. You could go with the basic, which gets a bit of everything up. I think that could be a nice little move as well. You get the 97 pace, 92 shooting, which doesn't get up any finishing, but it gets up the stats around him. You then get a bit of passing, physicality, and dribbling as well, which is a nice one. And I think basic this year has been very, very generous. And I think during team of the season, especially later on with the high informs, I feel like that's going to be the move. When we've got 90 plus stats on most, you're not going to want to put a specific stat on him, because basic gets up everything, and it doesn't get everything in terms of the most important stats. Sometimes it misses them out. The balance, obviously composure is one that doesn't go up at all. Finishing, you've then got aggression, which can be good, because sometimes people have just got strength, no aggression, very much like this R9, and acceleration, which I think is more important this year than sprint speed. But as an overall, I personally would like the finisher. If not, maybe you want to go for something like sniper, would get a bit more of the physicality up and miss out on the dribbling. But for me, I think finisher would be the one to go for. I think other than that, yeah, someone's gone basic. Catalyst, Deadeye. Would Deadeye be a move? Deadeye gets 96 shooting, obviously, and 84 passing. I don't feel like he'll need that, really. I think finisher, engine, I suppose, could be a shout, or then potentially just the basic. It's very, very simple with him. I think going up to a 92 rated striker with that finishing, especially having all that pace and then that extended dribbling, is just going to be absolutely insane to go through. Generations, it's exactly the same throughout. He's always 90. It's going to be the prime moment that potentially could change. I don't know if that changes in rating. I think it can from, I want to say, Nakata last year, but it's mainly the positions that change, if anything. So hopefully we do see a very, very nice R9 this year, as we always do. Plenty of links in terms of Brazilian icons. We have got so many this year again. We got Kaká, who I forgot about, in fact. In my links, Garrincha, Ronaldinho, Socrates. You've then got Rivaldo. You've got Garrincha. You've got Pele. I forgot Pele as well. And then obviously Carlos Alberto, if you wanted to drop him into a CDM role and then link him that way. And I think that Roberto Carlos, I suppose, as well, if you was going to do the same, there is that link. Strong links. So many Brazilians. You've got Neymar as literally the top runner right there. He is just the next level player, as well as R9. And then obviously every other icon in the game as well, which is going to be easily linkable because they'll link with everybody. So in terms of overall ability of R9, he is definitely a 10 out of 10. There's no question about it. He's incredible in every aspect, apart from maybe defending, but we see past that. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have any icons in your team currently, or you're looking to pick up. Who is your first icon you want in your squad? Apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.
am the